Hello everyone, this is Winged Supernova here, and well, this is something I've been wanting to do for quite some time now, and that is make an official Let's Play of a video game series. I am completely new to this. I've been watching people make and do Let's Plays for around 12 years now, and I thought, what better time for me to start playing a series that honestly is probably my favorite video game series of all time. And these two games, Great Ace Attorney Chronicles, I have never played before. I have played pretty much every single other Ace Attorney game in existence, except for these two, so this should be definitely a treat. I don't have much else to say, so let's get right into it. Yes. Definitely want the first game. So here we go. Let's see what Capcom has cracked up for us.
After opening its doors, a push for cultural transformation brought great waves of Western influence to this far eastern island nation. The revolution washed over the land, making life in the capital exciting and unsettling. It was a period of great change, and some was swept away by the tide.
Ooh? A murder.
But for one man, the turbulence of that era was just the beginning of an extraordinary story.
Damn, we killed someone on the first case already? This is amazing. Bienvenue à la Carnival. I cannot do accents well, so this is going to be an entire playthrough of me butchering accents. November 22nd. Defendant's Antechamber 5. I still can't believe it. I still can't believe this is happening. How can it be that just beyond the doors to this quiet little chamber is the highest court in Japan, waiting to decide my fate? I'm assuming we are Ryunosuke Naruhodo at this point. What? Oh, no, nothing. Save your glares, murderer! Sorry. My name is Ryunosuke Naruhodo. I'm just gonna make his voice, even though I know that in like the trailers and stuff he has like sort of a more higher pitched British accent, despite him being Japanese. I'm just gonna keep his voice as my own voice because I'm sure I'm gonna be speaking a lot in his voice over these two games. So I'm a second-year student at the Imperial Yume University. 3 days ago, I somehow found myself in the middle of a horrifying incident. And now, here I am, awaiting my trial. That's enough! Oh no, that's not the girl from the cover art that I expected it to be. He's not obliged to listen to such abuse, officer. And who are you? I'm this man's lawyer. I'll be defending him today. Lawyer? Yes, and until the judge has given his verdict on the case, no one has the right to treat him as a criminal. So you will hold your tongue! Technicalities. Look at you. You haven't even graduated yet. And yet, I still seem to know better than you how a court officer should behave. Right, Ryunosuke? Oh, yes, of course. Sorry. What are you apologizing to me for? Oh, no, I suppose that wasn't my fault. But really, Kazuma, I never meant to drag you into this. I'm sorry. Ha 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 ha! There you go again, apologizing. Just like always. Though I must say, you've been all over the newspapers these past few days. Yume University professor murdered in cold blood by student. But obviously, you didn't actually do it, did you? Of course not! You have to believe me! I didn't do it! I could never murder someone. Then there's nothing to worry about. Straighten yourself up. Hold your head high. You mean... I believe you. I know you're innocent, Ryunosuke. Kazuma Asogi, my best friend, also in his second year at Yume University, but he's far more clever than I, a star student in fact. He's even a qualified lawyer, impressive considering he's still an undergraduate. It's not that impressive. The very concept of lawyers is only a few years old, here in Japan anyway. My qualifications don't mean much. Yet. You said exactly the same thing 3 days ago. But I'm proud to have a friend like you, Kazuma. Truly. 3 days ago. Yes, that's when all this started. Congratulations, Kazuma! It looks like you're going to get to study abroad at last. I know, I've been forever dreaming of this day. Finally, those government elites have acknowledged my academic achievements and successes in court. I almost changed my voice there in mid-line because I thought that I was speaking as Ryunosuke for a second. I feel like that's going to happen a lot this playthrough. So you'll be representing Japan as you immerse yourself in the most sophisticated legal system in the world. I'm really happy for you, and proud as your friend. There's not a soul in the university who doesn't know Kazuma's name. He's a living legend. It's like there's some mysterious aura billowing around his temple. I want to bring about change in our own legal system. That's why I have to cross the ocean to see the real thing with my own eyes. The heart of the British Empire. I wish I could see it too. Alright, so theory, after this case, or something during this case, is going to turn him antagonistic, and we are going to have to go up against him as a prosecutor in Britain. And then that's going to be like the overarching story of this game, is uncovering what happened to him, how he's changed, and of course confronting the main antagonist that did it to him at the very end. That's going to be my theory going into this already. Then come with me. We'd have a wild time tearing up the streets of Her Majesty's city of London together. If only it were that simple. Oh dear, look at the time. I'd better be going. Alright. Oh, wrong person again. Alright, I'll see you later. I think I'll stay and enjoy this place a while longer. Good idea. After all, it's not every day you get to visit a high-class Western restaurant like this. See you in English class tomorrow then, partner. Oh boy. Drink of water, hold on. It was straight after that. That's when it happened. Asogi, may I have a word? The girl, and probably her father? Professor, I didn't know you were coming. Well, this case has personal significance to me. But never mind that for now. Asogi, you should go immediately to the judge's chambers. To His Excellency's chambers? Why? He was looking for you before. You advocating for the defense in this trial was a sudden decision. It seems there may be some confusion about procedures today as a result. Who is this man? I feel as though I've seen him at university before. I see. I'll go at once then. I shall accompany you. I'm trying to mentally keep in mind all of these voices because I feel like this is gonna be a juggling challenge for me. All right. All right then, Ryunosuke. I'll see you in the courtroom. Yes, thanks, Kazuma. Ugh, this is awkward. If I may. Yes, sorry? You must be the defendant. Ryunosuke Naruhodo, I believe. Yes, that's right. My name is Eugene Mikotoba. I'm a professor of forensic medicine at Yume University. Ah, Professor Mikotoba. I've heard that name from Kazuma before. As I recall, he's been pushing to get the government to agree to Kazuma studying abroad. Asogi has told me about you. You and he are best friends, I understand. As such, I feel you should know. Know what? Well, as you've no doubt heard, Asogi has been granted permission to go and study in Great Britain. However, if he should fail to defend you in today's trial, I'm afraid that permission will be revoked and never granted again. What? Probably peeked the mic there, sorry. As I suspected, you were unaware of this. I had a feeling Asogi may have chosen not to tell you. He's agreed to defend me knowing that if he fails, his dreams will be shattered? But I don't understand. Why would the government do such a thing? The administration has to choose from a large number of applicants for overseas study. It's very difficult to persuade them to grant permission, even in the most favorable of circumstances. I don't believe it. But I didn't do it! I swear it! I'm not a murderer! I'm sure that's true. Nevertheless, I can assure you that proving your innocence will be no easy task. You see, there are certain peculiarities about today's trial. Sorry? What do you mean? You'll soon understand once proceedings get underway. But then what should I do? Well, naturally I'm not going to suggest doing anything that could lead to a conviction. Right, so as soon as the trial starts, the judge will pose a certain question to the defense. When that happens, you must answer before anyone else. You must say, I do. I do? But what will the question be? Surely not. Do you accept the accusations brought before you? Of course not. Defendant! Court is about to begin. Proceed to the courtroom at once. I'm changing his voice all over the place, and I don't care. The bailiff is going to have a different voice every single time he speaks. It would seem our surreptitious discussions are to be cut short. I don't even remember what that word means. And I feel like I'm gonna feel that way for the majority of this game. So allow me to summarize. Kazuma Asogi must not be the defense lawyer in this trial. Of course, as the defendant, the final decision is yours. What are you waiting for? Do you want to be found guilty for failing to appear? Get moving! There's no point in anyone advocating for the likes of you anyway. Ooh, that's different. This is it. If this trial goes badly, Kazuma's dreams of studying abroad are over. And what's more, I'll be found guilty of murder. And so, with absolutely no idea of what lay ahead, I embarked on that unforgettable trial. My one and only chance at proving my innocence. The trial that would decide my destiny. Oh boy. 22nd November, 9 a.m. Supreme Court of Judicature, courtroom number 2. Oh boy. My eyes are going all over the place. And I love how his sort of bandana slash, I don't remember actually what it's called, but it's just flowing in the wind that doesn't exist. This is definitely an Ace Attorney game already. So this is a courtroom. Bomb. It's very regal and gallant. I know that I'm going to get a lot of Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright vibes from this game, and it starts off immediately. The Supreme Court of Judicature. No court in the land has more power. I don't much like the look of those people sitting in the public gallery. Yeah, they look like fucking soldiers. Lots of military and other uniforms in there. The powers that be have demanded that this be a secret... A secret trial? A trial that's closed to ordinary members of the public. Only military and government officials may attend. What? But why? It'll become clear in time, but for now... You need to concentrate, Ryunosuke. It's about to begin. I also noticed that we are on what was normally the prosecution side. We're on the right side of the judge, or technically the judge's left, but yes, we are on the opposite side that we would be in a normal Ace Attorney game. I also noticed the defense attorney's badge that's on his little armband there looks very similar to the one that's in modern day Ace Attorney, which is a nice touch. Oh boy. Oh my god, no! Not him. Dude, this judge looks regal as hell. I love it. Oh, what voice do I give you? Yeah, he's even got water sitting next to him. He looks like a samurai military general. The court will now hear the trial of Ryunosuke Naruhodo. If you don't like that, then you can give me tips on what to change it to. Ouchie pain? Is that what we're going with now? Ouchie pain. I love it. I love it already. Ace Attorney charm, full in effect. I'm gonna give him just as raspy of a voice. Oh, nice. He's also got the prosecutorial badge on his armband. So that's nice.
The prosecution is ready, Your Excellency.
As is the defense. Before we begin, there is one point of order I would like to confirm. Yesterday evening, the defense made a last-minute request for a change of advocate. That's correct, Your Excellency. I made the request myself. Normal procedures for the defendant's advocacy to be decided 2 days prior to trial. As this is unusual circumstance, I am obliged to ask for final confirmation now. Who advocates for the defendant in this trial? So this is where we're supposed to say, I do. And we're gonna end up defending ourselves. I see. This is it! This must be the question! Who's going to defend me? That's the question the professor meant. But then, if I say I do... I need to answer quickly. What should I do? Answer, I do! Let's go! Your Excellency, no confirmation is needed. As I'm standing here beside the defendant, I hope it's clear who will advocate. Yes. Interesting. I like it. What is the meaning of this unruly outburst? I would like to inform the court that I, Ryunosuke Naruhodo, will be defending myself! You'll be what? What are you playing at, Ryunosuke? Professor Mikotoba told me everything, just now, before the trial. He did what? He said that your dreams of studying abroad will be dashed if you were to lose. How sad. It means you don't have faith in me. You think I won't be able to get you off. No, it's not that, really. It's just that, well, on the off chance that things don't go well for me, I couldn't bear to be the reason that you... Yes. I knew that's how you'd feel, which is exactly why I decided not to tell you. Professor Mikotoba shouldn't have stuck his nose in. Very well. The court hereby recognizes the defendant's desire to advocate for himself in today's trial.
Well, well! Does the accused admit defeat already, renouncing his own counsel, really?
Objection!
Make no mistake, counsel. This merely shows that the defendant's innocence is so apparent he's confident he can speak for himself. Isn't that so, Naruhodo-san? Oh! Yes, exactly! Exactly what I wasn't thinking! I'm not confident at all! Yes! Oh, yes, the parallels. In fact, my mind's a complete blank. I realize you're in charge now, but still, try not to look so bewildered.
Well, for a mere university student to be brought before the Supreme Court.
God.
You must have perpetrated a most heinous crime indeed.
As you are no doubt aware, this is the Supreme Court of Judicature of Japan. Accordingly, the very highest standards of conduct are expected of all present. Do I make myself clear, Defendant Naruhodo? Yes, Your Excellency. It is therefore my duty to assess your competence for the task you have undertaken. My competence? What does that mean? He's questioning your ability to do the job. Well, he can't be questioning it more than I am. So let's start with the very simplest of questions. Oh, yes! Kindly state before the court the name of the victim in this case. Well, that's easy enough. I've heard his name more times than I care to remember. But, wait. I'm so nervous. I can't even remember that. What was it again? Ryunosuke. Let me guess. Your mind's gone blank? You know me so well. All the relevant information for this case can be found in the court record. But I can't even find that! It's simple. You can access the court record with a press of R. If you ever find you've forgotten something, just consult that. It's all in there. I just have to press R for the court record? Alright, there's no time to lose. Alright, let's go. This is the list of evidence you've collected. Now try switching to people instead with R. You'll find details about the victim in here. When you're done, just press B to go back. Alright, what do we got? So we got Kazuma. He's 23. Eugene Mikotoba, a medical school professor at the Imperial Yume University. He's an authority in forensic medicine and Kazuma's mentor. Ooh. So he's a crotchety old man that doesn't like the Western influence that England is having on Japan. Interesting. And then John H. Wilson, who is the victim. He was a visiting professor of medicine from the British Empire. Interesting. Okay. So remember, everything to do with the current case can be found in the court record. Now, you'd better not keep His Excellency waiting any longer. Go on. Find the victim in the people section of the court record, then press X to present. Try it now.
Yes!
Yes! The victim's name was Dr. John H. Wilson. What the fuck is that? I've never heard that laugh ever.
Well, at least you can remember the name of an esteemed member of your own university.
Dr. Wilson was a visiting professor from England, invited to UMay University 3 years ago. Indeed, which is the reason why this case has such profound implications. The British Empire is at present our country's most valuable foreign ally. And as most of you will be aware, we have just signed a new treaty together after lengthy negotiations. There can't be anyone who hasn't heard of the Anglo-Japanese Treaty of Friendship and Navigation. That's a long-ass treaty name.
And yet, despite these delicate circumstances, the blood of an Englishman has been spilt on our soil. You two are both undergraduates at the Imperial UMay University, are you not? Murdering a professor from the very institution that provides your education. Have you no honor? But I didn't do it.
This case is coming under great scrutiny from our allies on the other side of the world. The court therefore wishes for a speedy resolution to this matter. In other words, our feeble government is scared of upsetting England's policymakers. And you're a convenient and expendable scapegoat to blame for this crime. So that's why this trial has these unusual peculiarities, is it? Exactly. Our government needs to convict someone as quickly as possible. All because the victim was an Englishman. Yes, Dr. Wilson was an Englishman. But nationalities and treaties won't make any difference for me here. The fact is, I was there at the scene of the crime. Oh dear, look at the time. I'd better be going. Alright, see you later. I think I'll stay and enjoy this place a little longer. Good idea. After all, it's not every day you get to visit a high-class Western restaurant like this. See you in English class tomorrow then, partner. And what happened? The British Empire. Wow, it's incredible to think. Wait. I've seen that man at university. I'm sure he's a visiting professor from Great Britain. I don't know his name, but still. I should go and say hello. So I went over to the professor's table and introduced myself to Dr. Wilson. Now then, let me pose my next question to you, Defendant Naruhodo. Yes, Your Excellency. How did this professor of medicine, Dr. John H. Wilson, lose his life? State before the court the cause of death. The cause of death? Well, obviously, that was, Ryunosuke. Don't worry, I'm on it. Alright, what do we got? Gunshot to the chest. Bullet did not pass through the victim's body. A little after 2 p.m. University collar pin. We don't have a badge, we just have the collar pin for the university. That's good. Remember that in court, every assertion must be backed up by evidence. By evidence? But how? Find the piece of evidence that shows the professor's cause of death and select present. Do it now. Present is X. Yes! Well... According to this document, the victim suffered a hemorrhagic death due to gunshot trauma?
Learn to read, you imbecile. That's the post-mortem report, I take it.
Sorry, yes, that's right. The post-mortem report. In the West, a doctor dissects corpses to identify the cause of death in an autopsy. But here in Japan, a police officer merely inspects the body and draws conclusions that way. Oh, that's not good. That's very not good. Oh, I see! As long as I'm not going to be tested on any of this later.
This is a so-called photographic print of the scene of the crime.
Oh boy, more evidence.
There's no wine in the wine glass, and he hasn't eaten his steak. What a fucking mongoloid. Why have you not eaten your steak? You can clearly discern scorch marks around the bullet hole produced by the powder explosion. In other words, we should assume that the victim was shot at close range.
Thank you, counsel. The court will accept this modern scientific evidence into the record. Photographic print of the victim has been entered into the court record. So that's a photographic print. Well, that's something I've never seen before. Oh boy, we're getting culture shock in this case too. Okay, nothing in the info section of that one. It's clearly superior to drawing. The detail is incredible. Very well, I am satisfied with your answers. Let us start the trial.
What the hell was that?
Certainly, Your Excellency. So, without further ado, in order to better apprise the court with the facts of the case, the prosecution hereby calls its first witness, who was there at the scene of the crime when it happened.
This is it then. I think I may have worked out what the professor had in mind. The professor? You mean Dr. Mikotoba? Yes. Clearly, you're the defense lawyer today, not me. But that doesn't mean... Well, I can still act as your assistant.
Ah, of course.
When he was speaking with me before, he simply said, Kazuma Asogi must not be the defense lawyer in this trial. He really has been sticking his oar in, hasn't he? Maybe, but any help you can give me would be greatly appreciated, Kazuma. So, I'm gonna already assume here. I know that his daughter that was with him ends up becoming our sort of assistant. The fact that he has taken someone who is more capable, Asogi, off of the case, and has utilized our friendship with him in order to do so, I'm going to go ahead and assume that Mikotoba is the one who is the murderer. Well, my first piece of advice is, rein in that crazy look of bewilderment and control the cold sweats. Only if you rein in that crazy headband and control the cold stares first. Oh, we get the waiter.
Witness, state your name and occupation for the court, please.
Oh man, what am I gonna pick for you?
Of course, my name is Satoru Hosonaga.
I am the head waiter at a Western-style restaurant called La Carnival. Oh boy. You okay?
Are you alright? You seem to be coughing up some,
Oh boy. It's a regular occurrence. It really doesn't bother me.
Well, it really should. As everyone knows, the capital's southeastern quarter was developed for foreign visitors some years ago. It's become a very fashionable district now, full of hotels to accommodate overseas guests. This grim crime occurred in one of the district's so-called restaurants, or Occidental Eatery, 3 days ago.
Understood. Hosonaga-san, you will kindly tell the court everything you can about the incident.
At once, sir.
And no petty interjections from the aspiring lawyer boy, please.
Oh, perspiring maybe, but aspiring? Oh boy. Well, we got Hosonaga up on the stand, and we will likely face our first cross-examination, but we will do so in the next episode. Thank you guys very much for watching this first ever episode for me of the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. And next time, oh boy, we get into the thick of it. We'll see if I can keep these voices up for an extended period of time, but until then, See you all next time.